I'll try to do what I can. The question was asked, should the left, because I remember the left when it was militant, socialist, with hundreds of people, hundreds of activists, probably one of the best youth sections in Britain had, a larger youth section than the Labour Party had. You go to a youth section conference with the militant, and there'd be hundreds of them. And I think they should have got together. But it's like asking farmers to work together. Is to ask the far left to work together. They don't. I never understood that, right? Because I believe they're always activists, always intelligent, and you couldn't get them to talk to each other. They always try to outdo each other, right? And I don't understand that, right? Secondly, I'm disappointed in the Labour Party. Of course I'm disappointed. Because they just continue with Thatcherism. I waited all my life to have 2 terms. We ended up on 3 terms. And what did we do? We tried to copy the Tories. But I don't blame the Labour government for that. I blame the trade union movement. Because they didn't bugger all in them years. For 18 years they fell asleep. Don't rock the boat. Right? Don't do anything. They never went to conferences and recommended strike action. They said it's got to come off the floor. It's difficult enough for you as a trade union leader to go there and recommend strike action. And then you're fighting to win it. To say to the floor, well, we can't recommend industrial action, but if you want it, you've got to come off the floor. Crazy. So, yes, we had a weak Labour government. We put it, after 5 years, why didn't the trade union movement get rid of Blair? Now, I can criticise this only because I was running a workers'-owned company. And my time was taken up controlling and keeping 450 jobs. Showing that you don't need capitalism to make and share profits. You can actually do it through a workers' buyout. And we were proving that day in, day out. Because of that, I couldn't go to Labour Party conferences because I was the last to be asked. I couldn't go, although I was still a member of the National Union of Mine Workers, I was never asked to go to an NUM conference. Yet for the 10 years prior to that, I was regularly getting up to rostrums in Labour Party and in TUC conferences. So I can stand back and criticise it. I wish I'd been given the opportunity to go to these conferences and make a difference, right? The other thing is communists. Well, I know one thing about communists. Every pit in South Wales, the branches were communist. Except for 2, Penrhyn Khyber and Tower Colliery. And in our branch, out of 12 committee men, we had 5 communists. That was the in thing, right? The way forward. The tragedy is with communism, when it comes to the final hours, they pull out. Because they don't want to be part of defeat. They did it in the Spanish Civil War, and I'm not an historian. They also did it at the end of the miners' strike. The communists from Mardy Colliery, Kim Howells was a communist at that time. Emily Williams, the president, was a communist. Di Francis had gone, but Di Francis led the communists, right? Then he called a meeting in Ennis Bull, a go back to work meeting, in secret, supposedly. I've been told Kinnock was invited. He was probably there, but I outdone them. Because one of my boys was asked to go to the meeting, and he said to me, "What should I do, Tyrone?" I said, "You go." Right? Because he was a communist. And he went, and immediately started talking about back to work. He said, no, I'm not a part of that. I never realised that's what this meeting was for. And he believes, he left. They all said, well, that's it, we all go home. They all jumped in their cars and left. And once he's gone, they all come back. And I believe that's when Kim Howells arrived. So
and that was New Year's Day.
Pardon?
And that was New Year's Day.
I don't know if it was New Year's Day, but I only know it was communist. Right? The Scargill film you're talking about, I'm in that film. Right at the very end, and I've never worn a leather jacket in my life. I'm walking the leather jacket over my shoulder, and Kim Howells, or whoever Kim Howells is sitting there talking to somebody else. And I poke my nose to the door and I say, "I'll never forgive you for that." And I storm out, right? That's all I'm in it, 1 second. And Kim Howells said, I think it's the last scene. "Oh, don't worry about him, just Scargill, man." And that was that's the film. Let me see if I can do it as the other thing. If you think the miners' strike defeat only affected Britain, Reagan and Thatcher went on to change the world. Remember that. And that only came about because of what happened, the defeat of the miners. What we'd achieved in Central America, Nicaragua, El Salvador, what we achieved, Russia was slowly changing, not to capitalism, but to a more socialist mood instead of a deep communist mood. All these things, if we could change South Africa and put the black people in charge there, we were changing the world. The next 10 years, Thatcher and Reagan changed it all and set it backwards. So that's the impact I believe it had on the world. So, education for workers. Long time before the miners' strike, we used to organise a May Day up in Aberdeen. And that May Day, we always had workers from Nottingham, from Kent, from Durham, from Yorkshire, and from Lancashire. And at least 11 pits in Hornell would come down to Aberdeen. We'd put them up in a hotel, or they'd stay with us in our homes. We'd have a May Day evening about politics, and we had some great speakers there from all over the world. And then the Friday we'd have a May Day march in Aberdeen, and then the Saturday evening we'd have a social where we'd take our partners and my wife. And that was it. The year of the miners' strike, I invited the Nottingham miners, and 11 branches in Nottingham, I said they're coming down to our May Day, which was May the 1st, as you know. And we went out on strike in March. So, what if I'd had them down? So, we were out there trying to educate. We went to Durham and educated them. We took a minibus up there and got in amongst them. They were very right-wing in Durham. And the last question, should we have had a ballot? Say 5 weeks into the strike. Listen, if we had a ballot 5 weeks into the strike, Nottingham would still have voted against us, and the white-collar workers. There was no way, because we did discuss this at high-level conferences. We just could not do it. If you would come to them conferences with us, because, see, Nottingham was still coming to conferences. If you would see their attitude at conference, you'd understand why we couldn't call people as a kid. We could have had the ballot 6 weeks. We could not have. We would never have won it. I don't think there's any more I can ask. If I missed any, please come back to me. The police. I don't know. I don't study the police even. I only know in Wales I had some bloody great police. When a policeman smacked me in the jaw and I hit him back, the sergeant came up and said, take your time, Tyrone, you know I can take you to jail for that. I said, that bugger did hit me for no reason. So, I mean, there are good and bad. I only know that when other police come into our area, they're terrible, and the Mets in particular were vicious. Right, they were. But I'm really not an expert on police. I mean, they're either there and they're not. I mean, Thatcher, I think she's one of the cleverest prime ministers there's ever been. Don't underestimate how good she bloody was. Right? I only wish we had a Labour leader who was anywhere as good as how committed to policies. I mean, I won't say no more unless you come back. Right? But I only wish. I mean, Kinnock, he fell in the bloody water, didn't he? I mean, he did, didn't he? I mean, he couldn't walk in the sand without walking water. But,